Hey guys, what's going on? It's High Impact Yu-Gi-Oh! And today we're going to start a new series that I'm going to coin Tribute for Cost. Why is Tribute for Cost? Well, I've done enough Infernoid deck profiles to this point where I might as well just make a series of this deck where we will give you a breakdown on how we do at certain tournaments, what we played against, what I think I should do going forward with this deck, this, that, and the other. We've been playing this deck long enough. I've been doing enough profiles to where I pretty much am mostly, if not Gem Knights, I'm the Infernoid guy. So, without further ado, we're just going to open this up by saying our goal for this series is going to be hopefully getting an invite. But if not, our absolute goal is to get a top 8 with Infernoid. And do it in hopefully the fall of this year. This will be my, I want to say, I forget number, regional that we're going to potentially do this with Infernoid. But we have a long ways out because we're still in COVID situation where we can't actually do any of this type of stuff. So without further ado, we're going to start this profile out. I'm going to give you the side, the extra, and the main of the deck. So if you guys want to play this deck, you can play it too. I enjoy this deck because it's really, really fun. I would play a Lightsworn variant of it sometimes for Infernoid, but we're going to just go ahead with this and start out. We'll do the spells first. 3 of Extravagance, 3 of Lair. If you don't have Lair, you need Lair in the deck. It just is too important. But you can play Lairless Infernoid, but I really don't feel that it's a good idea. 3 of Void Vanishment, 3 of Void Imagination, 3 copies of Super Poly. Just an amazing card. 2 of Mystic Mine, because you want your opponent to really work for whatever they're exactly doing. 1 of Set Rotation. That does it for the spells. Go into the traps. You're going to notice something different about this profile as opposed to the other ones that I normally post, and that is we're doing more traps in the deck than we previously already did. 3 Trap Trick in the main. We're running 3 of Void Feast, because you need your Void Feast to play the game. This deck is built to go first or second, so if you do have an issue where you can't actually play the game, this is supposed to, try and conform to that issue. 2 of Ballista Squad, that might change over the course of time. We'll see how it goes. Of the monsters, we run our Cyframe package of Driver, 3 Gamma, 2 Lava Golems, and then we get into the Infernoid monsters. We're running 2 of Inoku. We're running 2 of Deviati. We're running 2 of Saitama's. 1 of Atandal. 1 of Sajet. 3 copies of Decatron and 1 of Pyramus, as you see. So that's it for the main deck. And we'll go on to the extra, and then we'll do the side. So we're running 2 B-Cop because you don't want to lose this. It's kind of important that you have that Tribute for Cost type of thing that I keep referring to. I'm pretty sure it's just a Tribute for Cost when you actually activate this thing's effect. But it's just an amazing card in my opinion. We're running 3 of Tiara because you have to with Pot. 2 of Natis because you have to with Pot. Also, sometimes you actually do pop 2 cards. Boral Sword, Halki Fibrax, Gravity Controller, Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Starving Venom, Fusion Dragon, Predaplant, Triff, I'll just call it Predaplant Triff. Those are the Super Poly targets. There's 3 of those. 1 of Boral Sword 2.0, which is Crusadia Equimax. In some cases, you can make this thing an insane amount of attack because it will mostly point to your monsters, but it also points to theirs in some cases. So that's pretty cool, especially if they have a link monster or a monster that faces in that zone. 1 of Lambda because there are times where we actually do have a chance of getting some stuff to go off for that. And then we go into the side deck. I kind of changed this up a bit too because I think that some of the stuff is probably better in this deck right now. 1 of Red Reboot. 1 of Metaverse, so we can get our Lair on the field, and in some cases Mystic Mine. 2 of Twin Twister. Sometimes you have to hit some back row. 2 of Enemy Controller because this is another thing that I've realized more recently is with Lair, you can actually tribute this. With this effect, you can tribute their monster to take control of their card. I believe that actually targets. Yes, it does. But your main goal, it can also change the battle position of your opponent's monster, which is pretty cool too. But its biggest application most of the time is, hey, I tribute your stuff to take your stuff. That's pretty cool, I thought. 3 of Dark Ruler no more. I just showed the 2 right there because I couldn't pick the other one up. 3 of Dimension Ground, because not having the monsters in your graveyard kind of messes you up sometimes. And last but not least, 3 Evenly Matched, because we're trying to go second. If we do go first, you know, it happens. I feel that, like, you should go first with this deck with it as it currently is, because our goal right now is to, you know, play the traps off them pretty well. But if you do go second, you're just going to set yourself up in the side deck for going second. But I think going first is actually pretty good in this deck right now, with everything considered. I might consider Monster Gate back in the main. You've seen the deck profiles before. You've kind of seen how that usually goes. We're going to try and do a tournament Sunday, and we'll tell you how we do. But this is episode 1 of Tribute for Cost, the Infernoid story that I will be building upon every single week. I want to do this every single week so that we see how we do, and if we can incorporate anything cool into this deck, money cards, anything, you know, you think that might be cool. It's always helpful to make a comment if you can. If for some odd reason you can make a comment, because most of the time I make the mistake of listing this for kids, which they actually don't let you comment on, I think. I don't remember. Or maybe it's adults. I am not exactly sure. But without going too long, because I forget what number attempt this is on this video, we've done this a numerous amount of times, and this is the first one that I've actually gotten to record, and it worked. So we're going to hope that Infernoid does well, and I do well also as well, because it's all about mentality. If you want to play good, you have to have a good mindset throughout the day, even if it's locals, because that happened to me like just this past week. Played against a striker dude. Played the first game and something just didn't feel right, so you know, it happens. But yeah, I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys for watching this basically 8-minute video. That's what it's going to probably be about. And we will see you on episode 2 of Tribute for Cost. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate any of the comment, likes, and subscribes. Thank you, and have a good one.